I saw this old painting of Loch Hope. I did this several years ago. Found this on my blog, just browsing. I thought I'll have a go at this again, another go at this today. See how I get on. So let's have a quick look at the materials first. You'll see all this listed in the video description. This is my palette. And we've got ultramarine, lemon yellow, Payne's grey, alizarin crimson, raw sienna, burnt umber, and light red. I use a large Ron Ranson 8 brush. Water jar, nice lip on, take the excess water off, comes in handy. The rest I'll wipe off with a tea towel, and I'm using 15 by 11 Fabriano, £130. So another quick look at the old painting, and I'm going to get cracking. I'm going to start off with the big paintbrush, large Ron Ranson 8, and I'm just wetting the paper all over with clear water. I'm just going to go into a bit of raw sienna and just bash that in quite haphazardly all the way down to the bottom of the page. Quickly clean the brush, and I'm into a bit of ultramarine blue, maybe just a touch of Payne's grey in there as well, and I want to create a sort of light effect coming down from the sky, reflecting off the loch below. So I'm brushing it in from each side, being careful I don't paint over this central area. Reload the brush, a bit more ultramarine, a bit more Payne's grey, and then sort of the darker the edges, the more dramatic the light will appear. Let's just introduce a little bit of alizarin crimson. I might just add a few little clouds here and there, just little dots, little dabs with a brush. Don't want to come too low because the mountain's going to be out there somewhere. A few more on this side. Just trying to keep it subtle, just keeping my eye on these I can't remember what you call them now, those bits that run. Reflect a little bit of that cloud in the water. I'm just trying to catch the water as it's dripping, very light. I'm hardly touching the paper. Bit of ultramarine. And then trying to judge now, because I want this to be fairly light. So the mountain comes up there, and then it drops off. Just across there like that. And you can hardly see it then, is it? Just sort of up there like that. Something like that. What I might do, no real reflection in the original painting, but I'm just going to pop something in there. Got to be careful because I haven't wet it very much. It's starting to dry already, so I'm just got to be careful. Doesn't really matter too much about this because it's going to be covered by land. I'm not too worried. So that's the sky and the distant landing. So the paper's stretched a little bit. I want it flat. It'll probably stretch a little bit more, so I'll probably have to flatten it again in a bit. But for now that'll do. I'm just going to soak that up along the bottom. Just run a brush along it. Now where the land starts here, I want it to contrast against the background, so I just want it to dry first. It's actually bone dry. As long as it's drier than it was. So I've cleaned the brush, and I'm going to go just bit of blue. I don't think I really needed to clean the brush actually, so I'm just getting back into the same colours. Bit of blue, bit of Payne's grey, and then great big wedge of raw sienna. Right, now it's going to come down to about somewhere around there. So up there somewhere. See, I only brought the mountain down that low, didn't I? I could pretend that that's mist. I'll see what it looks like. I could just push it up just enough to get away with it. I think that'll. I'll see what it looks like when it's done. Again, I could have done with that being slightly lighter than that. In fact, let's do just that. Let's lighten it. So I'm just using a clean damp brush. I just want to just lighten it slightly and save the strongest tones for the foreground. So it comes down there. A bit wetter. I need to try and get as good a chisel edge as I can because I want this to just the most distant land. Do with the sharp. I need a new brush really, because I can't, because it's not, I can't get a proper chisel edge on it because the hairs have worn down so much. So I will be getting a new brush very soon, as soon as I can remember to get one on eBay. People ask me where do you get your brush from? Just search on eBay, large Ron Ranson Hake. It's the one that's 45mm wide. There's about, I think there's 4 different sizes: small, medium, large and extra large. I've got one of each, but I found that this suits this size paper. I did try painting with the extra large on this. It's about 60mm, so it's about 2.5 inches wide. I just found it to be a bit too big. Yeah, so this one, it's about 1 3/4 inches wide, so just about right really for the size of the paper. I'm just lightening this slightly. Yeah, I'm just in danger of faffing around a bit too much with this. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to put the roads about there. Just want to get a little bit lighter. A bit more raw sienna. And then just make sure this is flat. Just really clip it with these bulldog clips. And then I'm going to give that a quick dry. Now I'm in with the heavy stuff now. Bit of burnt umber, ultramarine, bit of Payne's grey as well. Really thick paint mix. And I'm up here now. And this is just where, just see the edge of that road just starting to bend round. Bring that down. shape this road a bit. And also comes, continue this round here. The road just the edge of the lock down there. Switch to a piece of card. So just a few little rocks up here. Put them in, any you don't like, just paint straight over. What's the key on those? Bit of texture on that road, I think. Oh, just I'll do the road. I'm gonna see what it looks like that. The road, just going round the bend. Let's just define that a little bit better. And I'm not a million miles away. I think just give that a quick dry. Now there's no figures in the original, but I think I need something. Just need a little walker. Just put in somewhere around there like that. Just got his body in. Pop the legs in. And I'm going to stick the dog in as well. Little dog. It just needs need a couple of little shadows off there. Need some shadows on those rocks as well, I think. Just get enough. Down there, just a little bit there. I'm going to stick a little bird in the sky. Somewhere up there. Oh, too dry. That's a bit better. And I'm going to call that one finished. So I'm just going to sign it down here, and then let's compare it to the first paint and see which one you prefer. First of all, I'm going to put a mount on it. So this is what it looks like with the mount on. So let's compare it to the original painting. I think personally I prefer the original. I think the mounting was put in just the right tone and the light just seems to catch it better for me personally. I think the first mistake I made, I didn't wet it enough, and because it was starting to dry I was a bit sort of tentative as to whether I could put any more strokes down. Especially when I was doing the reflections, I could feel that the paint paper was starting to dry and I'd just left it a little bit too late. You can see the mountain sort of very subtly goes down in the distance there, whereas this looks as if it just hasn't been put in, basically, rather than that sort of misty look, which I might have got if I'd have wet it more and got a few more strokes in. I think there's a greater sense of depth in this one as well. See, the land sort of goes all the way right back, and I think where I was struggling with this one, I'd like this to have gone right back, but the problem is because I can't get the chisel edge with the brush, I can't get those really narrow strokes. I suppose I could have used a flat brush. I need to buy another brush basically. I don't think these rocks look very convincing. I mean, they're not great in the original, but they are at least a little bit more subtle and don't draw the eye as much. And then the road, so as you're travelling around there, it looks as if it's really going off into the distance, and on the bend looks quite a long way away. Whereas in this one, the bend looks very close because of the scale of the figure and the little dog. So all in all, I think this one's a lot better personally, but let me know what you think. But in the meantime, if this is your first time out, I'd love to have you subscribe. You'll be notified, new videos, Monday to Friday, God willing. Keep practicing, happy painting. Let me know what you think in the comments below, and I'll see you again tomorrow.